Hello, today I'll be talking about Seel. Its previous BYC dates are May 22nd, 1996, March 13th, 1999, January 1st, 2002, October 22nd, 2004, August 13th, 2007, June 3rd, 2010, March 24th, 2013, January 13th, 2016, November 3rd, 2018, and August 24th, 2021. There's not much to say about its design. It's just a seal with two E's and a horn. It sure is cute like a seal. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article.
Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we are talking about Seel, the sea lion Pokemon whose number is 0086. This is what it looks like. Its type is water. Abilities: thick fat or hydration in Gen 4+. Ice body is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate 190 or 35.2%. Breeding: egg groups water 1 and field. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height 3'7" or 1.1 meters. Weight is 198.4 pounds or 90 kilograms. Base experience yield is 100 in first 4 gens, and 65 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium fast. EV yield is 1. Special defense. Shape is that. Has no footprint, because I guess it doesn't count as feet. I don't know. I guess these don't count as feet. Pokedex color is white, and base friendship is 70. Seel is a water-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolves into Dugong starting at level 34. Biology: Seel is a pinniped Pokemon with a thick hide covered in bluish-white fur. It has a pale tan maw with a large red tongue and a pair of tusks on its lower jaw. It has circular eyes and a black nose that is capable of closing when it swims. There is a small horn on its forehead, which it uses in combination with its tusks to bore through ice floes. It has 2 flippers on its chest and 2 more on the end of its tail. When the tail is raised, it resembles a water spout. Seel lives on icebergs and frigid ocean waters. Its warm fur and thick hide allow it to swim in waters as cold as -40 degrees Fahrenheit or -40 degrees Celsius. It thrives in these cold environments, becoming more active as the temperature drops, and tires easily in warm waters. Preferring to sleep during the day, it hunts for prey under sheets of ice in the late day and evening hours. While it is a graceful swimmer, it is awkward and struggles to move on dry land. Evolution: Seel evolves into Dugong, so you can see that here, Seel, Dugong. See the ice outline here. Game data, NPC appearances. Pokemon Pinball. A Seel appears in a bonus stage accessible from the blue table. The goal is to hit a Seel that will poke its head out of the water. Aww. Pokedex entries. In Gen 1, in red and blue, the protruding horn on its head is very hard. It is used for bashing through thick ice. Yellow. Loves freezing cold conditions. Relishes swimming in frigid climate of around 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Stadium. It boasts a thick hide covered with light blue fur. It plows through ice floes, even in water 40 degrees below zero. In Gen 2, Gold. Although it can't walk well on land, it is a graceful swimmer. It especially loves being in frigid seas. Silver. In daytime, it is often found asleep on the seabed in shallow waters. Its nostrils close while it swims. Crystal. The light blue fur that covers it keeps it protected against the cold. It loves iceberg-filled oceans. Stadium 2 is just golds again. In Gen 3, in Ruby and Sapphire, Seel hunts for prey in the frigid sea underneath sheets of ice. When it needs to breathe, it punches a hole through the ice with a sharp, protruding section of its head. Emerald. Seel hunts for prey in frigid ice-covered seas. When it needs to breathe, it punches a hole through the ice with a sharply protruding section of its head. Fire Red. Covered with light blue fur. Its hide is thick and tough. It is active in bitter cold of -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Leaf Greens is very similar to Red and Blues, but slightly different, so I'll read it. The protruding horn on its head is very hard. It is used for bashing through thick icebergs. In Gen 4, in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, a Pokemon that lives on icebergs. It swims in the sea, using the point on its head to break up ice. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their Gold and Silver counterparts. In Gen 5, the Black and White entries are their Diamond and Pearl and Platinum entry. Black 2 and White 2. The colder it gets, the better it feels. It joyfully swims around oceans so cold that they are filled with floating ice. In Gen 6, X is Diamond, Pearl, Platinums, and Black and White's entry. For Y, that's Fire Reds, but they made -40 degrees into -40 degrees. So I'm not going to read it. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the Ruby and Sapphire counterpart. In Gen 7, this might be our first instance of a Pokemon that only appears in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon without appearing in Sun and Moon. For Ultra Sun, It has always been supposed that Seel live only in cold seas. Their having shown up in Alola is a mystery. Ultra Boon, thanks to its thick, fat, cold seas, don't bother it at all, but it gets tired pretty easily in warm waters. Aww. So, yeah, for the Let's Go games, that's basically just yellows, but it changed the 14 degrees or whatever, fixed that error or whatever that was going on with that. And also freezing cold is now one word with a hyphen. The Gen 8 entry is basically their counterparts, but slightly different, so we'll read it. This Pokemon lives on icebergs. It uses the sharp point on its head to break up ice as it swims in the sea. In Gen 9, Scarlet, the protrusion on its head is very hard. It is used for bashing through thick ice. Violet, the colder it gets, the better it feels. It joyfully swims around oceans so cold that they are filled with floating ice. So we've got Seel in the Alola Pokedex in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and Seel in the Blueberry Pokedex. So you can see here, it's swimming around. It's cute. Very nice. You can see like a fur texture. That's very nice. And yeah. Okay. Game locations, side game locations, events, held items. Pokemon caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for a held item to appear. So in red, blue, and yellow, you get a berry 100% of the time. In fire red and leaf green, you get an Aspire berry 50% of the time. Pokemon XD Gales of Darkness, you get a Mystic Water 100% of the time. Stats, base stats, HP 65, attack 45, defense 55, special attack 45, special defense 70, speed 45, for a total of 325. This Pokemon's special base stat in Gen 1 was 70. Pokethon stats, type effectiveness, damage normal by normal, fighting, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, ghost, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to grass and electric for double, immune to nothing, resistant to steel, fire, water, and ice, all for half. Notes, if this Pokemon has thick fat, the effectiveness of fire-type moves is a fourth, so it would go from half to a fourth, and the effectiveness of ice-type moves is also a fourth, so it would go from also half to a fourth. For Learn Set, by leveling up, you get 1 Headbutt, 3 Growl, 7 Charm, 11 Icy Wind, 13 Encore, 17 Ice Shard, 21 Rest, 23 Aqua Ring, 27 Aurora Beam, 31 Aqua Jet, 33 Brine, 37 Takedown, 41 Dive, 43 Aqua Tail, 47 Ice Beam, 51 Safeguard, and 53 Snowscape. By TM, you get 1 Takedown, 2 Charm, 7 Protect, 11 Water Pulse, 18 Thief, 22 Chilling Water, 25 Facade, 34 Icy Wind, 43 Fling, 46 Avalanche, 47 Endure, 50 Rain Dance, 52 Snowscape, 53 Smart Strike, 66 Body Slam, 70 Sleep Talk, 77 Waterfall, 85 Rest, 103 Substitute, 106 Jill Run, 122 Encore, 123 Surf, 124 Ice Spinner, 130 Helping Hand, 135 Ice Beam, 142 Hydro Pump, 143 Blizzard, 171 Terra Blast, 174 Haze, 187 Icicle Spear, 191 Uproar, 193 Weather Ball, 196 Flip Turn, 204 Double Edge, 208 Whirlpool, 209 Muddy Water, 212 Triple Axle, and 224 Curse. By breeding, this group gives you Belch, this group gives you Disable, this group gives you Entrainment, this group gives you Fake Out, this group gives you Horn Drill, this group gives you Lick, this group gives you Perish Song, and this group gives you Spit Up, Stockpile, and Swallow. TCG only moves, you get the move Pound in this card. Inside game data, you got all this. Yep. Okay. Evolution data, Seel, level 34, Dugong. Sprites here, so I got a very basic. So the maw is all white, is all this sort of bluish white. Tongue is blue, it seems, in this one. This one was obviously created for this one, very simple. This one's a longer horn, now it's sort of integrated into the actual body. Yep, the maw in Gen 2 is now a different color, and the tongue is sort of this pinkish red. And then we got a red tongue with a gray body here. Yep. And Gen 3, now it's fully colored. Yep. So, sort of, yeah. Yep, and the tongue is slightly different. So now, this is more cream colored, I guess. Yep, tongue's slightly different, pink. Yep. Yeah, basically not much different in this one. The horn is probably different a little bit through these. Generally stays pretty much the same. Maybe the tail is slightly different as well. Full back sprite. Now the 3D. Again, a fairly pretty easy one to do. I don't think it's terribly difficult to translate this one. They got a lot of basic shapes going on. Tusks are going down for some reason instead of up, or maybe it's, yeah, they're going up. It's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. Then this is now like more of an actual cream color, I guess, and the maw is different. Yep. You got this. So yeah, you got all this. Sort of. Okay. Home, yep. Okay. In the anime, Seel in the anime. Yep. Got all this. Okay. Seel in Pokemon Adventures in the manga. I got all that in the TCG. Other appearances, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Seel is a Poke-Float. After the second half of Venusaur is revealed, the screen moves continually to the right without stopping, and so fighting does not stay on Seel for very long. Trivia, Seel shares its category with Dugong and Poplio. They are known as the Sea Line Pokemon. Seel is the only non-Ice-type Pokemon that can have Ice Body as its ability. Consequently, Seel is the only Pokemon with Ice Body to benefit from its Hail immunity, since all other Pokemon with the ability are naturally immune to Hail damage due to their typing. Origin, Seel may be based on an earless seal, particularly a harp seal pup, due to its white fur and icy habitat. It also shares characteristics with other aquatic mammals that live in the Arctic Ocean. Its long white body is similar to a beluga whale. Its horn may be inspired by a narwhal, and its tusks may be inspired by a walrus. The shape of its tail resembles a stylized waterspout or geyser. Name origin, Seel is derived from seal. Ho may be derived from an onomatopoeia of a seal's bark. So you got other languages, related articles, external links. Yeah, let's move on.
Now let's watch Seel's first scene in the anime.
Hello, and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we're watching episode 7, The Water Flowers of Cerulean City. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, and his faithful companion Pikachu have arrived in the Cerulean City gym and have met the Sensational Sisters, the gym leaders, and one of them, is about to give Ash a badge, even though he didn't earn it. There's Seel. There's the badge.
A Cascade badge. This is what you want, right? You can have it.
Thanks. I'd rather earn my badges.
Take it. A badge is a badge.
Aww. Poor Ash.
Here.
Hold it right there! Misty!
Okay. Yeah, so that's Seel's first scene in the anime. Let's move on.
Now let's talk about the TCG. I have one Seel card.
The first is the second version of the Seel card, with it having the second base set symbol next to the weight. It was illustrated by Ken Sugimori. The most interesting thing about this image is that there is depth to it, by having the foreground and background be the same environment. Seel also has the wrong color maw, with it being gray instead of tan. It has 60 HP. It's 3'7" and 198 pounds, which is 0.4 pounds lighter than its weight in the official Pokedex. It has one move, Headbutt. In the video games, Headbutt is a normal type move introduced in Gen 1. It hits normally and has a 30% chance to cause the opponent to flinch. Between Gen 2 and 4, it could also be used on trees to sometimes get Pokemon to fall out. On this card, it takes 1 water energy and hits for 10 damage. It's weak to lightning for double damage. It has no resistance, which is odd since both fire type and water type could have been listed as its resistance, as Seel is resistant to both in the video games. It needs 1 of any energy to retreat. Seel's description reads, "The protruding horn on its head is very hard. This horn is used for bashing through thick ice." This is essentially the Pokedex entry in Pokemon Red and Blue. It's level 12. In the video games, it would be 22 levels from evolving into Dugong. The second card is the 9th design. It was once again illustrated by Ken Sugimori. You may notice something very familiar about this image. Outside of the shading and coloring, the Seel is the same. At least the background is nice. Seel has 60 HP, the same as the other Seel. This Seel is 3'7" and 198.4 pounds. It has one move, Freezing Headbutt. This is not a move from the video games. On this card, it costs 1 water energy and 1 of any other energy. If the player wins a coin flip, the opposing Pokemon is now paralyzed. It also hits for 10 damage. Seel has a weakness for metal for plus 10 damage. This is odd since in the video game, Seel is not weak to steel. Actually, it's the opposite. It's resistant to steel. Like the other Seel, it has no resistance. Unlike the other Seel, it costs 2 of any energy for Seel to retreat. In the bottom right corner of the card, there's the symbol that means it's from the Mysterious Treasures expansion. Its description reads, "A Pokemon that lives on icebergs. It swims in the sea, using the point on its head to break up ice." This is the Pokedex entry in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Black, White, and X. It's level 18. In the video games, it would be 16 levels from evolving into Dugong.
Speaking of Dugong, I don't have a card for it, so the next Pokemon with a card I'll be talking about is Cloyster. Now let's see why other people love Seel. Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt. For those of you familiar with the series, might be wondering why we're on this single image. That's because this is the only image we'll be doing today. This is Seel by Weaponix. So it says Seel, Sea Lion Pokemon, number 86. Type is water, height 1.1 meters, weight is 90 kilograms. So this nice little infographic here, I guess. It's very nice. Yes. Okay. Let's move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I need to wait until I talk about Snorlax to catch a Seel. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Dugong. As always, this isn't my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.